Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Beyond Binary. And here we are going to explore the toughest questions shaping our technological future. And we will be diving into AI governance challenges. And believe it or not, history has a lot to teach us here. So, whenever a new technology has shaken society, whether it was the printing press in the 15th century, the Industrial Revolution in the 18th century, or the internet in the late 20th, policymakers, businesses, and citizens have always faced the same burning question: how do we harness the benefits while minimizing the harms? And AI is no exception. In fact, the stakes may be higher than ever. So let's begin with justice and equality. History shows us that every technology has widened or narrowed social divides. And during the Industrial Revolution, machines boosted productivity but created harsh inequalities until labor laws, unions, and welfare reforms emerged. And fast forward to today, AI has the same double edged potential. Consider facial recognition systems misidentifying people of color, or hiring algorithms ranking women lower for tech jobs. These are not just technical flaws, they are justice issues. And the big question is, how do we embed fairness, accountability, transparency into AI systems that they don't replicate or amplify human bias? And with AI, we are seeing echoes of this. Take Compass algorithm used in US courts to predict reoffending. A study by ProPublica found that it was twice as likely to falsely label black defendants as high risk compared to white defendants. And on hiring systems, in 2018, Amazon scrapped an AI recruitment tool when it was revealed that the system systematically downgraded women's resumes for tech roles. So, big question remains: how do we embed fairness, accountability, and transparency into AI systems before they amplify inequality? And the next is the use of force. So, should we ever decide what who lives or dies? Should machines ever decide who lives or dies? And now, when nuclear weapons were developed, nations scrambled to create treaties such as non-proliferation treaty, and autonomous weapons raised a similar ethical dilemma. How much human control is necessary when machines decide life or death? And the US and China, for instance, are investing in AI powered military systems, while the United Nations debates banning killer robots. But unlike nuclear weapons, AI is decentralized. It is not confined to few nations. The stakes are not hypothetical. A 2020 UN report suggests that drones in Libya may have carried out attacks without direct human intervention, and the first potential instance of AI based autonomous welfare. And public opinion is also clear. A 2021 survey by Campaign to Stop Killer Robots found that 61% of people globally oppose autonomous weapons. And yet, global military investment in AI weapons is accelerating, especially in the US and China. And governance here isn't just about treaties, it is about global coordination at a scale we have never attempted before. Now, on to safety and certifications. So, would you trust a self driving car with your life? Now, think back to the early aviation industry. In the 1920s, planes were prone to crashes and public trust was low. It took the creation of organizations such as the International Civil Aviation Organization and decades of safety certifications to make air travel reliable. And AI is at a similar moment. Self-driving cars provide the perfect case study. In 2018, an Uber self-driving vehicle struck and killed a pedestrian in Arizona, the first fatal accident of its kind. And reports showed that car system detected the pedestrian but failed to act in time. And public remains trust remains shaky. A 2022 research study found that 63% of Americans would not want to ride a driverless car without clear safety standards. AI risk stalling in public acceptance, just like unsafe planes once did. And then next is privacy. Who owns your data, your digital identity? Well, history reminds that this is not new. In 1970s, as computers began storing personal data, governments introduced data protection laws. And now AI supercharges privacy risk, from biometric surveillance in China to corporate AI models analyzing your online behavior. We face an urgent question: who owns our data and how much control should we have over it? And then in 2018, Cambridge Analytica scandal revealed how Facebook data was harvested to influence elections, shaking democracies worldwide. AI supercharges this problem. Consider Clearview AI, a facial recognition company that scraped over 3 billion images from the internet without consent. And its system is now used by law enforcement in multiple countries. And in China, AI driven surveillance cameras track hundreds of millions of citizens, integrating with social credit systems. And that level of monitoring is unprecedented in human history. No wonder the EU's GDPR and upcoming AI Act put privacy at the center. People want control over their data, and governments will be forced to deliver. Now, finally, let's talk about jobs, displacement of labor, and taxation. If AI or robot doesn't pay taxes, who funds our future? Now, during the Luddite rebellions of the 19th century, workers smashed textile machines that threatened their livelihood. And today, the fear is back. A 2020 report by the World Economic Forum estimated that AI and automation will displace 85 million jobs by 2025, but also create 97 million new ones. And that sounds optimistic, but transitions isn't painless. Truck drivers, call center workers, even paralegals are vulnerable to being replaced. And then there's a taxation question. If robots and AI replace workers, who funds healthcare, pensions, and welfare? Bill Gates once proposed a robot tax, radical. Maybe, but history shows us when economies are disrupted, taxation models must evolve. Now, beyond these clutters lies cross-cutting governance themes: transparency, accountability, explainability, fairness, and global cooperation. And after World War II, nations came together to form the United Nations to govern global risk. Climate change prompted the Agreement, and AI might demand something similar: a new international governance body. So, what is the key takeaway? Innovation runs fast, governance limps behind, but can we finally catch up before it is too late? Now, governments lags, but history shows us it always catches up. The question is speed. AI risk touches justice, jobs, privacy, safety, and peace simultaneously. So, can we learn from history fast enough to build guardrails before AI runs ahead of us? Thank you for tuning to this video, and please subscribe to get more of such videos. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next episode.